Ireland have just released their team to take on the Wallabies in their opening game of the Nations Championship, and I just have to say, what a team. There's a few players missing. There's no Edwin Adogbo because of injury. There's no Caelan Doris. There's a few other guys as well. Tommy O'Brien. But this team right here is a really good team selected. I did a whole predicted lineup, and I didn't think Andy Farrell would go out of his comfort zone a bit, but he has with a few of these selections, and I think it really makes the team look extremely strong. So for me, just looking at it as a neutral, first thoughts on the team, I love it. I absolutely love it. But before we do get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. There's going to be a lot more content coming out. If you want to help the channel grow, please don't forget to subscribe. It really does help the channel. And of course, I will be covering Ireland, doing these kind of selection reactions, doing the match previews, doing the match reactions as well. And of course, everybody's favorite during the Six Nations, the player ratings as well. So I will be doing all of that coming up throughout the Nations Championship, throughout the year, through to November as well, throughout the entire season. So it's going to be very fun. If you do enjoy the content, please stick around because it's going to be very fun. Alright, so let's go through the team selected. Number 1, Tom O'Toole. Number 2, and captain Dan Sheehan. Number 3, Tide Furlong. Number 4, McCarthy. Number 5, James Ryan. Number 6, Kian Prendergast. Number 7, Josh van der Vlier. Number 8, Jack Conan. Very good forward pack there. Number 9, Jamison Gibson Park. Number 10, Sam Prendergast. Number 11, Jamie Osborne. Number 12, Stuart McCloskey. Number 13, Gary Ringrose. Number 14, Robert Balakoon. Number 15, Hugo Keenan. And on the bench, Ronan Kelleher, Jeremy Lochman, Clarkson at number 18, Tide Byrne at number 19, Nick Timoney at number 20, Craig Casey at number 21, Frawley at number 22, and Bundi Aki at number 23. So a really strong team selected there for Ireland, and I really do like these selections. I know I've been following Ireland now in depth for this entire year. It's honestly been my first year properly following Ireland because I only started the channel like at the start of this year, the end of last year. But this Ireland team, from where they were from when I started this channel to now, it seems like they're in a much better place. At the end of last year, I'm thinking back to the All Blacks game in Chicago. I think it was Chicago. The Ireland team just seemed so disjointed. A lot of new guys coming through that weren't ready, that weren't experienced. Guys were injured. Guys were still coming back from injury. A lot of players was like not on their best form that usually are some of the best players. But throughout the Six Nations, yes, a rough start, a very rough start against France. But throughout the other games, talking about that England game, talking about that Scotland game as well, some of these players really pitched up and showed that they have what it takes to be here. For me, Tom O'Toole was awesome there. McCarthy was awesome. Prendergast, every time he gets an opportunity, is awesome. Jack Conan, phenomenal player. Stuart McCloskey, probably the informed player right now for this Ireland team. Then talking about club games as well, Sam Prendergast has been awesome for Leinster. Jamie Osborne, I honestly thought he was probably going to be the fullback again because of the form he's in, but definitely really happy to see him in the number 11 jersey as well. And looking at the bench, Timoney's shown himself to be kind of like a Quagga Smith for this team, just coming off the bench, making a big impact. Kieran Frawley, not getting enough game time for Leinster, but still being trusted by Andy Farrell, which I think is a very good choice there. And Bundi Aki. I mean, all these players you can bring on and all these players you have in the team, you can do a lot of different combinations, a lot of different selections. And I think, honestly, throughout the next few games, I think it is Wallabies, Japan, All Blacks, or whichever way it is, that Japan game will see a lot of rotation. But I fully expect it to be similar to this for that All Blacks game as well. A really strong team selected. So we'll go to the forward pack now in detail. O'Toole, Sheehan, Furlong, McCarthy, Ryan, Prendergast, Van der Vlier, and Conan. I personally had Tide Byrne starting this game, but I do like seeing Kian Prendergast there. He can slow the ball down, and the Wallabies are going to try play quick. If they as much disruption as possible, if you can cause as much disruption as possible to the Wallabies, they will suffer from it. They don't like playing the slow game. They don't like setting up for box kicks. And Ireland, they can play both ways. They can play a slow game, a boring game, a game where they just need to box kick, get the ball back, retain possession, kind of play in the right areas of the field. But then when it really gets going, when the opportunity does show itself, Ireland can really put their foot down and go quick, go fast, and just be absolutely potent with ball in hand if they were given space. So I think this Ireland team selected has a mixture of all those types of players. Players that can be physical, but also players that can be quick and fast as well and break the game wide open. So a really strong forward pack selected there. I think Tom O'Toole definitely does deserve to start. I was going to play him from the bench because he can cover both sides of the scrum. But if you're talking about the Six Nations, if you're talking about recent form, Tom O'Toole's been awesome for his club and for country as well. So it's very good to see that there are players based on form getting put into the team that for a lot of people, for a lot of years now, for a lot of seasons, they haven't seen much change at all. And I mean, especially in the backline, you can see a lot of that, but I will be getting to that soon. But Tom O'Toole, a great player. Dan Sheehan as the captain, he will cause a lot of damage. He probably will play 60 to 65 minutes, but he'll play some really good minutes there. A very good player, and I think the right choice for captain as well. Definitely will be the captain after the next World Cup, in my opinion. And of course, Furlong has experience, probably not the most informed player, but luckily with a guy like him, it just takes one good game for him to get right back into that good form. We saw it in the Six Nations. He was really good in the one game. Then after that, he started playing a lot better, because before that, he wasn't at his best. Then of course, McCarthy and Ryan. Ryan, a really hard worker, does the dirty work, he's one of those key guys in the engine room. And McCarthy runs those little off-the-shoulder lines off guys like Caelan Doris, Jack Conan, Josh van der Vlier, Kian Prendergast. He'll be doing the exact same thing this game. And I do think he will be one of those big-time players that can cause a lot of damage in this game. Definitely in the locks for this game, Ireland look a lot stronger at lock than the Wallabies do. Of course, no Will Skelton for them, no Salaka Lotto as well. So they really are missing a lot of players in that Wallabies team in that key position. So that's going to be a very interesting matchup there. Then the loose trio battle. Kieran Prendergast, Josh van der Vlier and Jack Conan versus Rob Valentini, Fraser McRide and Harry Wilson. That's going to be absolutely awesome. I did honestly in my Wallabies prediction or my Wallabies reaction say, I do think the Wallabies loose trio right now probably is a little bit stronger than this Ireland one right here, just because Kian Prendergast hasn't had that much game time. I do like him as a player. He's been awesome for Connacht. I think he definitely does deserve the call up. And of course, Josh van der Vlier has been awesome. But of course, no Caelan Doris as well. But Jack Conan is the best possible player you can have to kind of come in if a guy like Caelan Doris is injured. He 100% is the best player you can do for that. A British and Irish line as well. Scores tries for fun. Even if they put him in the worst possible positions, he does score tries for fun. And that being said, I do think the Wallabies loose trio maybe is a bit better, but it's so close that I don't think it's going to make a big difference in this game. I really don't. So I think Ireland has chosen the right kind of balance of forwards in this forward pack. A few newer guys coming in here that are starting to become more experienced players as well. A Tom O'Toole, a McCarthy, a Kian Prendergast. These guys are now, in my opinion, full-time experienced Ireland international. So it's really good to see them get an opportunity as well. Looking at the back line, Gibson Park and Prendergast. Gibson Park is one of the most, if not the most important player in this team. When he has a good game, Ireland always wins. They always have a good game. And he never has a bad game, really. So even when he has an okay game, he's one of those players, he never really has a bad game. He's always just above average or great. So even when he does have those above average games, he still plays well. And of course, he will be alongside Sam Prendergast. A massive game for Sam Prendergast. It has to be said, a massive game. He's been awesome for Leinster. On form, he definitely deserves to be in the number 10 jersey. You can't argue that. But for Sam Prendergast, he needs to start being consistently there, not here. Because I said it a lot of times before, with these great players, you get these guys that even when they have a bad game, they're still good. But when they have a great game, they're exceptional. Sam Prendergast needs to get to that stage of his career now where even if he's having a bad game for him, it's still a good, solid game. I mean, some other players I can think about, a Dan Carter was like that. You never really had a bad game. Always just solid. Some other players I can think of as well, Cheslin Colby, maybe recently had a few more bad performances, but Sia Khaleesi as well. Never really has a bad game. He's just good or great. Other guys as well, like a Jasper Visa. From the other teams as well, I'm thinking of a Harry Wilson. I'm thinking of other guys like a Cam Roigard as well, where they just don't have bad games. When they're on their off day, or not really on an off day, they're just good and solid. So I think Sam Prendergast needs to get to that level, because I do see the potential of him being a really good starting player for this Ireland team, and he can unlock so many awesome things in that team on attack as well. But looking at the rest of the guys in the back line, Stuart McCloskey and Gary Ringrose, keeping that centre combination together. I was maybe a bit harsh on Gary Ringrose for my player ratings throughout the Six Nations. He's become a lot better throughout the season. He's not the Gary Ringrose of old, but he still has a very good combination with Stuart McCloskey, who I think probably right now will easily get nominated for World Player of the Year. Definitely, when it comes to international rugby so far this year, he probably, in my opinion, is a top 2 or a top 3 player so far this year. So really, really excited to see how he does in the number 12 jersey against Len Ikitau. That's going to be another fun one. McCloskey and Ringrose against Ikitau and Suali'i is going to be very fun there. Then looking at the back three, Osborne, Balakoon and Keenan. All of those guys are good under the high ball. All of those guys are extremely quick. And all of those guys are actually really physical as well. I know Hugo Keenan isn't the biggest guy in the world, but he can run through players if he needs to. Jamie Osborne can play centre. He can play fullback. He can play wing. He'll be very good under the high ball. It will be him versus Max Jorgensen. So that's going to be a very fun battle there as well. But I think Jamie Osborne is the perfect guy selected to kind of play against Max Jorgensen as well. And of course, on the other side, you have Robert Balakoon, who is one of the most fun players to watch in this team. Was so upset when I saw when he got injured in the Six Nations, got injured for club as well. Really, that was really upsetting for me because he is one of those players that can just slice a game wide open. And I think the one key thing with these kind of the back three players for Ireland, they all work so hard from their positions. Like a Robert Balakoon and a Jamie Osborne in general, they work so hard. They will be working hard off their wing, adding that extra layer of attack, making it very difficult for the Wallabies to defend. And I've said it many times before, when Ireland gets going on attack, it almost seems like there's 16 or 17 players on the field because those guys work so well and so smart off their positions to just add an extra layer of attack, an extra person on attack, an extra option as well that just makes it so difficult to defend. And it just seems like there's different shapes going on in front of you. You just can't decide where the ball's going to go. So Ireland, if they can get to that kind of state where they are playing in just such a good flow of the game like they did against England, against Scotland as well, I do believe that this team has what it takes to either smash a team or beat a team with a healthy margin, even if it is the Wallabies. But that being said, they have to pitch up because I think if the Wallabies do pitch up and play their best, this thing's going to go down to the 80th minute. It's going to go down to the wire. But looking at the bench, Kelleher, Loughman, Clarkson, Byrne and Timoney, that's a very, very good backup forward pack there. Kelleher, really solid player. He's been there for a while. He's very experienced. He is one of those guys. He could start and the whole team would look the exact same still. He's a really solid player. He adds a lot when he comes onto the field and he smashes people as well. Jeremy Loughman, a guy I thought would be starting, but it's not bad having a player that you thought would be starting on the bench. That just adds another layer of a very good player. Clarkson been very good for Leinster as well. Fully expect him to come on with a bit of time left in the game. And that backup front row is really not that bad from Ireland at all. A very solid backup front row. Then of course the other two guys there, Tide Byrne and Nick Timoney. Two of the better players you can bring from the bench. Tide Byrne can play lock, can play loose forward. He will be one of the most disruptive players when he comes onto the field. One of the best players in the world on any given day. In my opinion, the most underrated player in this Irish team. I will still stand by that. A phenomenal rugby player. And of course, Nick Timoney, kind of like Ireland's a little Quagga Smith, but I'd rather say he's Ireland's Nick Timoney because he was awesome in the Six Nations coming off the bench. And he has been in the form of his life recently. So a very good forward pack to bring from the bench. Of course, no Andrew Ports. That does make the kind of prop stocks look a bit weaker, but still. That being said, I don't see any glaring weaknesses in this team. I really don't see any weaknesses right now. Of course, maybe Sam Prendergast's defense, but I think he might get it sorted. Hopefully he can, but other than that, no weaknesses in my opinion so far. Then Craig Casey at number 21. I was hoping to see Nathan Doak, but still, Craig Casey's been there for a while now. A very good player, and I thought maybe now that Jack Crowley isn't there, Nathan Doak can get an opportunity, but they are sticking with Craig Casey. Sometimes in those positions, like a 9 or a 10 or a fullback, those kind of key positions, you just have to stick with the same guys that know what they're doing, that can get the job done. And he has been getting the job done for a while now. Number 22, Kieran Frawley, a phenomenal player. I'm so happy to see him there. I was so upset that he hasn't been getting the game time he deserves for Leinster. Him going to Connacht is going to be absolutely awesome for his rugby. And I think Connacht is going to be really happy to have him as well. He can come on, play 10, he can play 12, he can play 13, he can play wing, he can play fullback. He can play anywhere in the backline. He probably is the fly-off backup right now. I do think he probably is the guy that will be backing up Sam Prendergast. But if Sam Prendergast's having a great game, he'll probably come on in a different position as well. Then, of course, number 23, the battering ram, Bundi Aki. The last guy, probably the last guy you want to see coming onto the field if you are tired and you are done. If you are feeling finished, if you are tired in the game and you see Bundi Aki coming on against you, just good luck, because this guy is a battering ram. He's dangerous. He is one of the better players in the world when he is playing at his best, and I think he's going to cause a lot of damage coming from the bench. So a very strong starting lineup there for Ireland. An exciting forward pack. A very, very exciting backline with a really solid back three under the high ball. And of course, the bench looks really strong to try end the game as strong as possible. Really strong team, but let me know what you think of the team down below in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe to help the channel grow. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.